Well, welcome to you both. A lot of Jewish leaders out over the last couple of days calling on the Prime Minister to be on the right side of history. He has not come out to defend Benjamin Netanyahu or his defence chief. He's sat on the fence, and if you sit on the fence, you get barbed wire on your backside, and that's not good for a country, nor is it good for an individual. Peter Dutton, though, very, very strong in his condemnation. He thinks Australia should actually boycott this International Criminal Court. Today, he said the court's actions were obviously an anti-Semitic act. But Ed Husic, he's a frontbencher for Labor, he went after Peter Dutton. Have a listen.
Well, the coalition talks big about law and order, but then wants to pick what law and order it'll follow. It's staggering that you can have a mainstream political party determine on the basis of something that is uncomfortable to them, that they would then just turn their back on a court of law. The Prime Minister has said, the courts should be allowed to go about their business without political interference.
Well, James Ashby, I don't know if you heard, but former Prime Minister Tony Abbott was pretty strong. He thinks there's a lot of electorate, Arab vote motivations here for Labor, that they're not doing what's in the national interest.
Yeah, I thought Tony spoke well, and I just see this as a gutless Prime Minister. That's what we've got in Anthony Albanese. Of course he's courting the Muslim vote in this country. It's one of the largest growing religions that we have in Australia. Between 2016 and 21 census, they grew over 30%. We now have over 800,000, and yet the Jewish population make up just under 100,000. So you can see precisely why they are courting those Muslim votes. Now, we've got another census in 2026. I predict the Muslim vote will be over 1 million in this country. So that is what Labor's doing. They're courting the Muslim vote, and sadly, once that population reaches a certain number, like we've seen in England, then the Muslims start demanding changes to our legislation here, like the introduction of Sharia law. How far is Anthony Albanese prepared to court the Muslim vote into the future? It's bad news, Peter. Terrible.
All right, we'll see. Yes, and if you look at the percentage of the Muslim vote in the UK and the distortion of some of their laws over there, points you've just made there, and compare it with the very, very small numbers of Muslim voters in the US and no distortion there, you can see that this is about power and electoral success.